What's happening, gang? Guess what today is? Today is the day my channel hit 10 million views. So, thank you, all of you, every single one of you. So, what are we doing today? Well, we have this 1966/67 Allis-Chalmers B-12 that we are going to do an engine swap on. So I'm going to go ahead and start it and show you why we're going to do this. Engine runs great. We've got some worn out rings. So 16 horse, meet your new home. I'm going to get the weed cutter off of there, get the front grill off, get the hood off, turn a few wrenches, pluck that engine out, drop that engine in, and like I mentioned in the start video on this engine, we're going to retain the starter generator and the regulators, which is under here. So I'll pull the starter off of that, and I will pull the regulator rectifier off. I'm not going to be using those. I have to liberate the muffler from it, which may prove interesting. It's been on there since day one. But beyond that, should be a simple, straightforward engine swap. And I thought I'd take you guys along. So let's get to turning wrenches. You ever seen the business side of a weed cutter? 4 teeny tiny little blades overlap one another by quite a bit, you can see. Probably 2.5 inches or so they overlap. It's a beast. And it'll cut trees. I have cut saplings. We've got that liberated. Now we start pulling sheet metal off. Alright, engine's out. I forgot one wire, the kill wire. I just popped it off there. No harm, no foul. I'll just put another end on that. It's out. I'm going to clean it up just a little bit. Doesn't need to be cleaned up a lot. This is a worker. And to my surprise, everything that's supposed to be here is here. These are capture nuts on springs that just slide down over the frame. That allows you to put the front grille on. Drive shaft came out real easy. This one's got a little bit of play, and I don't know if that's in the yoke or if that's in the bevel gearbox, but I suppose we can check. Not really. Let's see if we can get under here and grab that pulley. Yeah. Just a little bit in the input shaft. Nothing that a couple of shims won't fix. I'm tempted, because I have it, to go ahead and throw the hydro lift in here, but I think for right now we're just going to get that 16 horse tucked in. So there it is. I've got to put it up on the bench there, get the muffler off, transfer the starter generator and everything over to it, as well as the all-important, this single bolt right here saves your hide, because this bolt is inaccessible. It's back here, it's right there, and so having that square head on there like that, that allows this to lock into place just like so, so that when you turn it, it can't turn. So it locks itself into place. And this actually is just one that appears as though someone has made that, or it's what Simplicity went to. No, it's homemade. The correct one, if I'm not mistaken, I have one in that box right there. And I don't, but I do have them. I'll do some searching and I will find that, because I know that I've got them. Anyway, we get things swapped around between this engine and that engine, and then we'll just do the reverse. We'll get it installed. Incredibly, that was not hard to get out at all. Got that out. Just got to bend that tab down a little bit where I ran the elbow around, but we'll get that little tab straight. It's not being used, but got that muffler out. I was a little bit concerned, but because of using these lock rings, even, let's see, what year was this one? 87. So that's what, 35 years ago? It's been on there for 35 years and it came loose. But why did it come loose? Because a lock collar was used instead of just tightening it down as tight as you can get it. Bam! Now we can fast forward a little while, and we've got the 16 horse playing incognito, looking like the 12 horse with the exception of the tall air cleaner, obviously. And I just stuck the 16 horse shroud over onto the 12 horse. Don't worry, I will make notation of these numbers, and they will be with this tractor and vice versa. Then of course I'll be putting a piece of tape on this one saying oil drained, because I drained the oil out, and smokes like a freight train. But we are red eye to tuck the 16 horse into the patiently waiting B-12. So, for those of you who wonder why I time-lapsed the installation, or excuse me, the extraction of that engine, I have a video showing real-time removing an engine from one of these foot dragger tractors. Real time, shows you everything to disconnect. If you remember, I forgot to disconnect the kill wire to that engine, but no harm, no foul. This one is electronic ignition, synchro balance. That one's synchro balance. This one's actually got dual balance gears. So if we look at the 16 horse, it has a flat plate, flat bearing plate here. Yeah, come over here, we've got this kidney shaped plate that sticks out quite a bit, that has more balance gears in it. So it's synchro balanced on this side and on the flywheel side. This one is just synchro balanced on the flywheel side. So this engine can go in any 1964 on up Simplicity and Allis-Chalmers, even going into the running boards for quite a few years. In fact, up into the 90s, you can take one of these and stuff it in. Even in the Sunstars, you can stick one of these in the Sunstars if you wanted to. But what they did with these balance gears was the original, let's see, I know I have a grill frame somewhere. That's the wrong grill frame. The original grill frames are just solid right across the back side. The B-12 has this cutout. This area here is all cut out specifically to accommodate the kidney gears, the synchro balance gears. So if you're having aspirations of putting a 12 horse into anything but a B-12, you need to make sure you've got the clearance for that once you put your grill shell back on. If you don't, you're going to have to hack up your grill shell or find a B-12 grill shell. That's enough of that. Let's commence to the time lapse of getting that engine tucked into the patiently waiting B-12.